The wind makes me very anxious.
Days like today bring an eerie sense of familiarity.
It's really windy. It's a dry December. And 3 years ago, I thought, this is not normal. And here we are again.
Wendy Wyss watched a similar wind 3 years ago to the day. A remote camera showed it pushing the Marshall Fire into her home.
We're surrounded by brown dead grass again.
Today, that sense of loss remains.
And 3 years later, there's nothing here.
Nothing here because of something that went overlooked on her insurance policy.
The square footage in our policy was incorrect. It was missing 1,000 square feet.
Wyss says her policy on the home they bought 9 months before the Marshall Fire covered only 1,700 of their 2,700 square feet, not calculating for the entire lower level of the 3-story house built into the hillside.
You give the agent or the company your address, and they pull all of this information up on some computer system that they have, some software they have. You look it over, and you're not a contractor, so you don't know how much it costs to rebuild a house right now. We didn't know to look at the square footage and make sure it was correct.
Those missed square feet mean hundreds of thousands in missed insurance money.
We were insured for about half of what we need to rebuild. And we don't have that money laying around. And most people don't.
Wendy and her husband say they only have enough to build a 1-bedroom house where their 4-bedroom home once stood.
We're just gonna downsize, and it's still really, it really sucks because it's not gonna be a place that like our kids can come home to.
Now, 3 years after the fire, Wyss says she's on a new mission to help.
I want homeowners to understand what to look for in their policy so that they're not put in a position that we are.
A position she's still hoping
I'd like to get back here.
might improve.
I mean, what have we got to lose? We've lost everything. So we're gonna hang in there.
Wendy and her husband sued their insurance company and their insurance agent in late 2022. A judge ruled against them. They're now appealing that decision. Wendy also testified in favor of a bill that passed the legislature in 2023 requiring better information for consumers about replacement costs when it comes to insurance. I'm Steve Stager. Steve on your side, 9 News.
Steve, I know you have to handle a lot of different cases. Of course, the Marshall Fire hits so close to home and at the hearts of many here, but it seems like a lot of what you talk about has to do with different varieties of insurance.
Yeah, you know, so many people that we've talked to in the Marshall Fire area are dealing with insurance problems. There are a lot of people who are underinsured. Some people have had to make it up in different ways. Maybe they haven't been able to buy back some of the items that they had inside their house because they had to put that replacement item cost toward rebuilding the home. Earlier this year, we talked to a lot of people who are having trouble with their mortgage company, paying the insurance payment to try to get the homes rebuilt. A lot of issues with insurance that hopefully will get kind of cleaned up as we move into the new year here with new threats all across Colorado.
Yeah, just goes to show you every time. I mean, you look at those pages and pages, you know, so many of us just sign.
Glaze over.
Yeah, okay.
You really do. And in this case, Wendy says, if you look on a bunch of different registries where you would see square footage, like the MLS, or you go to the county's website, it was different in every single location.
No.
So, you know, you think maybe the insurance knows something that I don't know. She says she's not sure she would have even questioned it if she had looked at it and saw that it was short by about 1,000.
Another sad story coming out of the Marshall Fire still now 3 years later. Steve, thanks.